What is up, everyone? Welcome into GizTube. My name is Nadia, this is Dirt, and we are going through all of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's 2024 North American Tour. Today, we are covering a very special show. I say this because Dirt and I actually attended the show. This was the first show on the tour that we got to attend. What show am I talking about, you might ask? I'm talking about their show at Red Rocks Amphitheater in Morrison, Colorado on September 8th, 2024. The first of 3 Red Rock shows.
In 2 days.
Yes. It is such a special occasion when they do this. This is actually the second time that they've done 3 shows in 2 days. So before we dive into it, we are going to toss it over to Amicus for our Setlist Breakdown. Amicus, what you got?
Alright, at long last we have finally arrived at Red Rocks. The boys always bring it to Red Rocks. For the first Red Rocks show of 2024, the boys start with The Daily Blues, which goes into the Bitter Boogie, which goes into Muddy Water, and then it goes back into the Bitter Boogie. After this, we get the live debut of Hog Calling Contest. This is the last live debut of Leg 1 and the last live debut of any song from the newest album, Flight B741. And the last table debut was Changa in Nashville, and I got to be at that show, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. After this, we get a bust out of Elbow. It's been since 2018 since they last played this show. This song, and it's a gap of 257 shows since they last played Elbow. Then we get The River, then we get another surprise. Jay Weinberg comes back after joining them in Nashville, that show that I was at. He shows up here, and it's his birthday. And they play La Risque and Gia Monster with Jay. However, Gia Monster is, it's a repeat, boys. It's a repeat from last year. Harsh judgments. Anyways, but it was with Jay, so I assume Jay requested to play it, or who knows what the thinking was, but they do Gia Monster with Jay, and after this, Cavs comes back, we get Dragon. If you've been chasing that dragon, this is a good one to finally get. Then we get Planet B. We get another bust out, Stressin'. It's been 141 shows since they played Stressin'. And then the table comes out. We get Gandhi, we get Changa, and we get Extinction, which is somewhat significant because, to my knowledge, the first time the boys ever teased Extinction was at Red Rocks 2023 when they were playing Robot Stop. They did a jam with lots of teases, and one of them happened to be an Extinction tease, but no one knew it at the time. And then to close the night, we get Am I in Heaven? Another fun fact on this one, Red Rocks 2022, the first show the boys ever played at Red Rocks, Am I in Heaven was supposed to be the closer. Those familiar with the show know that they closed with Planet B, which was not on the printed set list. After the Grim Reaper, they were supposed to play Venusian 2, and then Am I in Heaven, but with only 5 minutes left, they switched both of those out for a Planet B closer, so it was cool to get the Am I in Heaven closer this time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to walk about 130 miles that direction.
Whoa, Amicus!
Whoa!
Hey guys!
How did you get here?
Yeah.
I've just been smashing and gizzing all weekend with you guys.
Whoa! Everyone, Amicus is going to join us today. He was also at the Red Rock show with us, so we've got a lot to unpack, a lot to cover. Hey, thanks for that setlist breakdown.
You're
really
most
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us
It was
today in the flesh.
Didn't you enjoy how detailed this one was?
It was very detailed,
Yes.
like overly detailed, I would say.
Too much. I'm pretty obsessed with all the Red Rocks shows. So I'm going to give you lots of juicy Red Rocks details.
All right, well, let's go ahead and dive on in. So our first superlative that we've got is the top 3 songs. So we each came up with our top 3 songs for this show. Dirt, I'm gonna toss it your way. What you got? Top 3 songs.
Okay, for my number 3 song, I am going with Dragon. This one was a face and mind melter, and I was finally excited to get this one at Red Rocks because we had not heard it before live. At number 2, I went with a bust out, a throwback, Elbow. Loved getting this one. And then for my top song, I had this trippy ass version of The River that absolutely got my mind melted as well. So that's my top 3.
Snap.
All right, Amicus, what you got?
Well, you stole some of mine. I gotta give an asterisk that 2 songs, The River and Am I in Heaven, are 2 of my all-time favorite Giz songs. But I didn't put them in my top 3.
Whoa!
Because I'm just always happy to get those songs. It's like a given. But stealing from Dirt here, I also have Dragon. I also have the bust out of Elbow. But my third one is the last live debut of Leg 1 hog calling contest. It was just such a fun vibe when they did that.
Wow.
Yeah. Piggy piggy.
Yeah.
I can't do that one.
Should we all give our best impression of calling a hog?
Probably not. I think I would like hurt my throat.
That's pretty good.
Right?
Woo! Wow.
All right.
All right. For my top 3, coming in hot at number 3, I've got Extinction.
Ooh.
That song was like in my head until I went to the next Giz show the next day, but you know what I mean.
So for a solid night.
That's the show. That's the song that I left the show singing, and it just took me on a journey I was not expecting. It was awesome. Number 2, I've got The River as well. It got real weird and funky there in the middle, and it kind of sounded like they were making noise, but it worked. I loved it. Number 1, I have Dragon. I mean, that was the first time hearing it live. It was definitely like going into this tour, like the song I wanted to probably hear the most. And it delivered, let me tell you that. All right, let's go into our next superlative. We've got the Pee song. Dirt, I don't know, did you go pee during this show? Because we actually were at this show. I don't know if I mentioned that, but
You know what? I think I made it through the whole show without going pee this first night, but
Okay.
I would still choose a pee song, and it would be Stressin'.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
I would choose to miss this one. I know it was an old song and a bust out, but it's just, not one of my faves. So
well, no, hey, no stress. We don't want you stressing
I'm
about
not
having to use
stressing.
the restroom
No, I'm
while
just gonna go
stressing's
pee,
playing.
relieve
so.
all that pressure, no stressing.
Okay.
All right, Amicus, what about you? Did you go pee during the show?
I did go pee, and my pee song would be my pee song. I was, as I've already said in a past video, I was at the Nashville show. I got the last table live debut of Nashville, which was Changa, but that's my least favorite table song. They played Changa. I went pee during Changa. Changa's my pee
Hey,
song.
you're consistent.
I didn't pee during Nashville, but I felt like I was allowed to pee for it at Red Rocks.
I have the same pee song as you, Changa. I don't think I went pee during this set because it was only 2 hours, which is on the shorter end for King Giz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would choose Changa as well. All right, next up, we have the best moment. Plenty of fun moments at the Rocks. Dirt.
The Rocks. For the best moment, I thought it was when the band that once again pulled out Jay Weinberg, who also played with them in the Nashville show. He came out and played Larisk in Gila Monster, and Cavs actually got to go into the crowd and do his vocal part, which he absolutely killed this time. So that was kind of my best moment from this Red Rocks Night 1.
Repeat right here, and I'll just throw on top of that, I think this Larisk might be the best of the tour.
I agree.
Or at least best of Leg
So far.
1.
But it didn't make anyone's top 3.
No, but Larisk gets the best moment, even though it's not the top 3, just
fair.
because it was so performative. You get the Jay Weinberg, you get Cavs doing.
Dirt taught me this, that you can, if you have some favorite songs that don't make it into your top, you can just put them as the best moment.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
There's going to be some cheats.
These superlatives are very loose in terms
Dirt
of
taught me that one.
boundaries. So yeah, there can be some crossover for sure.
Well, shocker, I had same best moment. I mean, I think, Cavs being able to go in the crowd, what a cool thing as the drummer to be able, to go in the crowd, get that, crowd connection. Because, I mean, he's the furthest back on stage. He's physically the furthest away from the crowd. So very cool for him to actually get that close, intimate, in the crowd experience. Jay Weinberg crushed it. We've talked about this before, but his drumming vibe is just on point. I don't know, it was cool. And honestly, it was Jay's birthday that night. All of Red Rocks singing "Happy Birthday" to Jay. Like
Yes.
you could tell in that moment, he even just stands up and just kind of looks out like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening right now."
Yeah.
Very cool moment. All right, we've got the best banter up next. What were the boys chatting about up at Altitude and Red Rocks?
Dirt, I haven't read it, but I think you're going to steal my best banter as
We'll
well.
go for it. Amicus, you go first then.
All right, my favorite banter is in between the bust out of Elbow and right before they start the river. Joey goes, I think we peaked at a lyrical level with A.
I think we peaked on the lyrical level with A.
That was a good one. I had there's lots of good banters from these Red Rock shows.
That's true.
I think I went with the one that me and Nadia have been quoting the most. And it's a very short moment, but it's when Joey, when is it, right after hog calling contest, I don't know what he says, but he goes, "So fuck it." And that is the one that definitely Nadia and I quote on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to give that my best banter.
He's introducing Elbow, and he's saying, like, this song is so old, you won't even enjoy it on, like, a nostalgia level. So fuck it.
Very, very, very old song.
Very old song, very, very old.
So old that you people won't even care that we're playing it, even not on a nostalgia level. So fuck it.
So fuck it.
And then they play it.
But just how he says that, "so fuck it," is so good, and we have been quoting that a lot.
Yeah. Mine is not a banter between the band necessarily, but it's between Cavs and Devin. Shout out to Devin. Yeah. Devin is the audience member who Cavs sought out to sing a lyric from La Risk. And I love the banter between Cavs and Devin. Because Cavs just kind of looks at Devin and he asks him his name, and he's like, "Devin, you know the line?" And Devin's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right." And then
Devin crushes the line. Like, let's get him
Let's
screaming
do
on
it,
more
Devin.
songs.
I mean,
Let's do it, Devin.
Let's rock!
I think Ambi even felt the energy from it, and
Well, you can actually hear very briefly after Devin does the "Let's ride." Cavs goes, "Whoa!"
Oh really?
Yeah.
Another great moment.
Yeah. So banter between Cavs and audience member Devin was on point. All right, up next we have the best dressed. Dirt, I think you are keeping count on the piggy jumpsuit for Stu.
Yes, Stu broke his record. He beat the white singlet. We are now at 6 shows in a row with the pink piggy jumpsuit. But he did add some accessories to it tonight, including a vest at one point. We also got a little butterfly hat during his Nathan portion. So Stu's my best dressed.
Nice.
So Stu is also my best dressed, but also asterisk, the best dressed is whoever the person showed up with the jacket and blue scarf that they threw on screen that Stu put on.
Okay, fair.
So audience member that brought that jacket and blue scarf, best dressed.
All right, I do have Stu as well, but specifically during the table part. This is the first time we've seen the bedazzled butterfly hat, and I thought that was sick.
Amazing hat.
Loved it. So that Stu wearing that hat was my best dress of the night. All right, up to the most important, cannot stress this enough, superlative of the show. What is Cookie drinking?
So irrelevant.
All right, Amicus, I'm gonna toss it to you. What do we have Cookie drinking
Well,
up at Altitude?
At this point, I don't think anyone should be surprised. I think it's by far Cookie's most drank beer.
I think so.
Of the tour, but we get another Pacifico.
Woo!
This one's going to be hitting a little different, though, at 52.80.
Yeah.
Hey, Morrison's pushing
Even
6.
higher. So,
Yeah.
Cookie, how did this Pacifico hit you?
This is true. But we got Cookie on the Pacifico. If anything, he is consistent, not only in his music, but also his drink choices.
I mean, this is their 3rd year in a row playing 3 shows at Red Rocks. He's got to go with his, his tried and true Pacifico.
That's fair. All right, up next we have our MVP of the evening. Dirt, who was your MVP of the show?
Yep, I'm giving it to Jay Weinberg again, mainly because it was his birthday. So, Jay, love when you come up and play with the Giz Boys. Maybe we'll see you again on stage. We'll see.
Could be.
Another repeat, giving it to Jay, birthday boy with an asterisk, also Devin.
Yes.
Nice. I mean,
Jay and Devin get the MVP.
we had all those in our notes as well. Jay, Devin, and Cavs, because he was kind of included. The reason he steps aside. You know what? I'm going to give it to Cavs, specifically because Cavs is able to be like, you know what, Jay, it's your birthday. You take the stage. Who doesn't want to play drums on stage at Red Rocks on his birthday? Like, the fact that Cavs gave him that opportunity, so dope. So I'm going to give it to Cavs.
Good job, Cavs.
Being a good friend. All right, last up, we do have our overall ranking of the show. KGLW.net gave this show a 4.24. I mean, that's got to be out of 4.
Yeah, I would think so.
Dirt, what you got? 4.24 is what the other fans say. What does this fan say?
Yeah, you know what? My fan rating is just one big happy birthday to Jay Weinberg. Can't be redundant enough on that. So Jay deserves it. I love that moment. So
there you go.
Happy birthday, Jay Weinberg.
Happy birthday now.
Happy birthday now.
Yeah.
For me, since we all were just chasing that dragon and we finally got that dragon, I am giving the show a ranking of 7 Latin petrodragonic conjurations.
Ooh.
Wow. That's powerful.
Or summoning chants. Does conjurations or summoning chants?
I like conjuration, but
I conjuration in I conjure in Skyrim, so.
Okay.
Conjure.
It could also be
Conjure.
7 Latin petrodragonic summoning chants, but whichever sounds better.
I love it. So I'm giving this song a whopping 421 elbows.
Whoa.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey,
solid,
hey,
like an
hey.
elbow
I love
pass.
a good 420 plus 1.
Yes, exactly. It was intentional. All right, well, that is our take on Red Rocks Show 1. Were you there? Did we see you? Did you see us? What did you think of the show? Did you have as much fun as we had? Because I can tell you, we were the ones sitting in the parking lot for like 2 hours after the show, just like staring at the sky, wondering what life is. It was great.
You're trying to come down.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was an amazing show. Stick with us. We're going to keep going. We're
Let's
going to
do
move
it.
on. So
There's
stick
more
with
Red
us.
Rocks to talk about.
More Red Rocks to come. Thanks for tuning in. This is GizTube. We will see you next time. Peace.